Today's wrestling fans is as soft as Cottonelle tissue. Yep, I said it. I said it. You'll get over it eventually once you hear the context and what I'm saying and why I'm saying it. First and foremost, I've been a pro wrestling fan for almost 40 years. Yeah, I'm kind of old. And I've watched some of the best pro wrestling that's been ever made and some of the worst that's ever been made. And a lot of the worst stuff is, saturated in homophobia, saturated in racial stereotypes. Pro wrestling does all of this, the good and the bad. Pro wrestling is also a traveling circus. Just like the circus goes town to town, city to city, state to state. So, to take any art form that's circus like seriously in an emotional way is a little disturbing. We already are disturbed individuals for even watching this art form. So, just have fun. Don't personalize every goddamn thing. Don't be emotional with every goddamn thing. These people don't know you. Yeah, a lot of them say they care about you. I'm talking about the pro wrestlers. But at the end of the day, they make money off of you. So don't personalize this. These guys are performers. So, in saying all this, and why I say they softer than Cottonelle tissue is because CM Punk is a lightning rod like no other. He's the one wrestler that I've ever seen in my entire life who can disappear for several years, stay a hot button topic the whole time, don't say much of anything, and still, it's like, just like he said in the promo, his mere presence makes people uncomfortable. And that's true, man. You can't be someone who is just immune to any negativity. I tell my kid this every day or every other time we have a heart-to-heart conversation, and I tell him, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's a painful reality. It's a reality that I'm living in my own personal life because I'm not comfortable in a lot of situations, and I'm not comfortable hearing a lot of things, but that's life. Life is really uncomfortable, and a lot of you wrestling fans just don't seem to want to accept that reality because it is a reality. Now, I know people are in this stage now where they like to create their own realities in their own brains and then try to project that onto others, their value system, their morality compass. But that's not how the world works. It's not how the world has ever worked. You have to learn how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. In saying all of this, the CM Punk storyline has been one of the most interesting. Here's a guy who already came into the professional wrestling business, came to AEW, already with a checkered past, already with all the dirt sheet gossip, whatever, what was true, what's not true. He's hard to work with. He's this, he's that, whatever. He had all of this stuff buried for several years, disappeared, came back, and already had heat when he came back. When he came back, he had heat with the Elite already. Let's keep it real. The Elite had heat with him from day one. They didn't like him from day one. But a lot of you wrestling fans ignored that. You let it go. No big deal. Fast forward, the feud between Hangman Page starts. Hangman Page says some unsavory things. Real untruthful things. Think about the feud with Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, right? Let's rewind to that. The one thing that Bret Hart did and Shawn Michaels did is they did business. But we'll get to that later. Why I brought up that situation is because there's a parallel there between the promos. Bret Hart was insulted one time. Shawn Michaels cut a promo on him with the legendary Sunny Days promo, which insinuated he was having an extramarital affair or having an affair on the side with Sunny. That cut deep, man. Bret was pissed. He was pissed off when Shawn Michaels cut that promo. Did it stop him from working with Sean? Did the fans cry about it and told Sean to apologize and all this other whoop-de-woo? No, none of that happened. The story continued. That's what happened. No one personalized it. No one cried. No one did any of these things. No one demanded an apology. Like, I don't know what's going on with today's wrestling fans. This is an art form. I'll get back to that. So, Shawn Michaels did what he did. Rewind back to Punk and Hangman. Hangman comes to Punk. They do their infamous promo where he insinuates that Punk is an asshole, insinuating that he's had people removed from the company, a la talking about Colt Cabana, which none of this was true. So Punk coming in already with a checkered past, already not with the best reputation, he took this personally because it's smearing his already bad reputation unfairly. Would you take it personally if someone was unfairly smearing your reputation? Yes, you would. Don't give me this bullshit about him being a bad guy because he took it personally. What? You would have took it personally too if you had the same type of reputation, if you was in the same position as Punk. So he took it personally. Then this thing that Paige said grew legs somehow. Dirt Sheets got involved and insinuated the same thing that Hangman Page insinuated during the promo. So now Punk is infuriated because something that was created out of imagination, out of thin air, has legs. Now people believe I removed someone from a show that I don't talk to anymore when it never happened. You would be pissed too. This is what I noticed too. People, society now, get upset when, let's say, one side punches and then the other side that got punched punches back but punches much harder. The other side cries to the other side and says the other side is, I don't know, whatever. They're not, you can't work with them, or they're terrible people, or whoop-de-woo, whatever. It's like, wait, hold up. We're losing track of what actually happened. Wait, you punched me first. You punched me. I returned, and my return was a lot vicious, but now I'm the bad guy somehow. So this is what's happening with CM Punk. And this is what I see with my own two eyes, what's been developing. Furthermore, you have all the all-out brawl and all this other crap, and now the Bucks, you can't talk. No one can talk about the whole situation. The rumors are saying, the dirt sheets are saying, the Bucks don't want to work with CM Punk. Somehow that's CM Punk's fault. The Bucks don't want to work with him. Even through all of the drama, the Bucks still don't want to do business. This has been Punk's whole point about being grown-ups. Do business. Bret Hart and Shawn hated each other in real life, but they were able to do business somehow. How was that possible? How was two guys who fought in my city of Hartford, Connecticut, my city, could somehow do a program for almost 2 years? Because they're fucking grown-ups. They understand business. And business is good for the fans. Because it's about business at the end of the day. It's about putting asses in seats. It's about getting a reaction, good or bad. It's that circus atmosphere. I don't know. Today's fans have just lost track of that. That's because they haven't been around from the beginning of it, the fundamentals of it, the AWA days, the NWA days. That's how far back I go. So they weren't the nicest people. All your wrestlers don't have to be these all shucks and haha and let's play video games together. Yeah, no, that's not reality. That's your reality in your brain that you created, but that's not the real world. So, the whole CM Punk thing is just interesting. It really got my brain going because it's something that I've sat back and watched as an older fan, and seeing how my art form, one of the things that I grew up watching, I watched pro wrestling before I started watching professional sports. It's near and dear to me. It's like part of my fiber. But I'm not on here wilding out and smearing the Bucks and smearing all these other wrestlers because I got personal. Like, I never took any of this personally. It's entertainment, or I thought it was. But for some of you, it's not entertainment. For some of you, it's a lot more personal than that, which is weird. Yeah, I said it. Weird. Hopefully, through learning and being more open-minded and being more or learning to be a little better with being uncomfortable, you can harden yourself. You want another crazy feud? Edge and Matt Hardy. Edge took Matt Hardy's fiancee Lita in real life and made a storyline about it. Can't get more personal than that. We watched this. I was live. We watched this every week on Monday Night Raw. You know what that was? Two guys who were acting as grown-ups. And girl, and Lita, woman, acting as grown-ups to make business. Because at the end, it's all a drama. It's all a circus. So I gave you two examples of when things got real personal. And both situations ended up in big business happening. So hopefully the Elite can get their shit together, grow up, and do big business with Punk at the London event. That right there would explode the wrestling business. But they got to put their feelings and their emotions to the side in order to make it happen.